So somebody walks in here for a basic item and we don't have it, well, that's a problem. This problem where we out of essentials and losing money for days, maybe over a week, is incredibly expensive, and it's detrimental to the customer service. Now, this is a little bit of inventory management masterclass for you, okay? I am completely against having items in the back room collecting dust because they pay rent, because they suck the cash out of the business by staying in the back and not moving. The critical thing about retail is you have to turn that inventory. In other words, you have to buy and sell. You have to buy and sell. And that's the only way to make money, make payroll, make this whole business work. Hello, Mr. Sweeney is back with you. I'm running a fishing outdoor sporting goods shop here in Napa, California. I just been out on vacations for 17 days. Very, very lucky. Spent 17 days with the family. And what I wanted to see is how the shop fared without the owner being gone for 17 days.
Okay, back at the shop after 17-day vacation. Man, let's see what's up. So far, the front looks good. Everything's clean. One thing is, when I took over the shop 4 years ago, about 5 years ago almost, I wanted to make sure that everything is meticulously organized. I mean, there was a dump, I'll be honest with you, and that was hard to see. You can't respect yourself, you can't respect the product. Who's going to respect it? Nobody. All right, so let's start here up front. Shirts are nicely organized. Everything looks good up front here. The clothing racks look good. We're gonna work on these displays. This is a big opportunity here up front in the shop. So we're gonna take advantage of it. I spent some time in Europe, last 17 days, Italy, Croatia, looking at different shops and how they're organized. Like, simple thing, you see shopkeepers constantly wiping down the glass, making the presentation flawless. And this is something we can definitely adopt, because I think even though it's a fishing shop, we still have to do a better job on the face of it. I mean, the Sweeney sign is old and the paint is definitely the wrong color. Over the years, the sun got to it. You need to repaint that, you make sure all the windows are clean. We work our window display. So we're looking for some ideas for window displays. But let me get some lights on. So far, it looks very good. So I have to say, to me, it's such a critical component of running a business, is organization and presenting the best possible shopping experience for customers who choose to, spend their dollars. And they can choose to spend it in a lot of different places with online and everything else going on. But let's take a look. I mean, place looks clean. We'll go look at some nooks and crannies that usually show little wear, but this looks pretty good. Good job, guys. I mean, having the right people is I would say, the most important. People and process, those are two things that a business could not succeed without.
As you can see, the shop is in pretty good condition, but we did have a couple problems. So the first problem is fairly large problem we had to deal with. One of the vendors, our main distributor, delayed our order for 14 days. Typically, between the time we put in the order and the time we get it, 3 to 4 or 5 days on the outset. That's what we budget. That's how we manage the inventory and ordering process with this particular supplier who have been great to us up to, a couple of weeks ago. And so what happened was the order was delayed, whether it was the financial side of things where a credit line was too small. We had a $5,000 credit line, which is absolutely not even close to what we need. We need about $20,000 that got extended to $10,000. But the conversations with that vendor were that because we're an automatic billing, they're billing our credit card 30 days after the order has been placed or delivered. There's no problem. There's no issue with the credit limit because we're an auto pay, so to speak. You get 30 days and then they bill our credit card automatically. Well, something happened there where they built the credit card, it declined. It wasn't on our end. I'm in Italy with the family on excursion, Lake Como, whatever. I'm trying to call my bank, figure out what's going on. And lo and behold, it wasn't our problem. We had over $40,000 available, purchasing power available on that credit card. So it wasn't our issue. The order was maybe like $3,500 or something like that, maybe $4,000. But I asked them, I told them like, hey, we have no problem here. Run the card again. And I think the rep emailed the owner and mistakenly emailed me that to run it again. Anyway, however it is, these are the kinds of things that can't fall apart unless the processes are fully deployed and implemented. We thought we had a process in place. Well, now we have to attack it in some other way. And so the way we're going to approach this, Shane and I sat down, kind of think through how we can prevent this from happening again, because suppliers do run out of stuff. And sometimes the orders do get delayed. Although, again, with that particular vendor, distributor, we had never had a problem. We had an amazing relationship with them. We'll continue to have an amazing relationship. But the next level for us is to get that $20,000 credit line so we don't have to worry about running out of budget or running out of credit when we need to get the product in. So just to give you an idea, I mean, things like this striper leader, which we sell, I mean, it's $1.99. It's not a big deal, you would think, but we sell hundreds of these and customers come in, they really need these. Or this sliding swivel clip, or this miracle thread. I mean, the stuff that we're out of are essentials that we probably lost, I would say, about $2,000 in sales over the period of time where we're out of a bunch of essentials. And these are just small examples. We're out of lures. We're out of all of the consumables, all the things that anglers buy and or need in order to, enjoy their fishing trip. So the other thing it does when you're out of stock, it erodes customer trust. So somebody walks in here for a basic item and we don't have it. Well, that's a problem, right? So the solution we came up with is to do the top 50 back stock. So what we're going to do, I'm going to run a report right now, run it through ChatGPT, and we're going to figure out, I mean, we've kind of done this already, but we haven't really done it to this extent. We're going to figure out what are the top 50 moving SKUs and how much budget we need to invest in having back stock in all of these items. So we're not heavily reliant on like just in-time delivery for items. Now, this is a little bit of inventory management masterclass for you, okay? I'm completely against having items in the back room collecting dust because they pay rent, because they suck your assets, they suck the cash out of the business by staying in the back and not moving. The critical thing about retail is you have to turn that inventory. In other words, you have to buy and sell. You have to buy and sell. And that's the only way to make money, make payroll, make this whole business work. So what we're gonna adjust this. We've gotten really, really good in just-in-time kind of ordering. So products come in just when we run out, because we use Lightspeed point of sale system. We use Lightspeed Analytics, which is an add-on bonus. And on top of that, we use ChatGPT for analysis and a lot of things. I'll show you more on the specific ways we do these things in future episodes. But suffice it to say, this problem where we're out of essentials and losing money for days, maybe over a week, is incredibly expensive and it's detrimental to the customer service. So we're gonna solve it by creating our top 50 and filling the shelves in the back with these essential items. So my next task is to go out there and, is to go through the system, figure out what our top 50 is, put together a plan and budget. I will go through that process in a future episode or next episode probably and share the whole strategy with you. Any feedback, any recommendations from other business owners on how to solve similar problems? Have you had the same situation? What are you doing about it? If you're a customer of Sweeney's, how'd you feel by walking in the shop and not finding the essentials, the stuff you really need? Because you trust us to have this stuff. Please put those comments in, and I appreciate all of you watching. Hopefully this was useful to you, and we'll see you all next time. Thank you.